Hey, here I am. How you doing? See this cable right here? This one? I'm going to explain to you, not mansplain, I'm going to explain to you what's up with this. All right, because there's no videos that I found. There could be one out there, but I don't know about it. About how to wire this up from a USB cable, a spare one from a GoPro camera. All right, I have like 100 of these. And then this is one of the cables that comes with the TBS Crossfire light kit. And this isn't rocket science, all right? It's 3 wires, solder them up, put some shrink wrap tubing on it, and you're good to go, all right? Cue the intro! Okay, so here we go. Get out of there. We're looking at this cable right here, okay? USB Type C and whatever kind of Molex or whatever that's called. I don't know. I'm not a trained professional. So let me get out the crayons. Everybody likes crayons, right? So everything in life has positives and negatives. And the first crayon we're going to use today is for the negative. And we're going to go from the USB cable. And we're going to do the black one. It goes all the way to the black one on the input of the TBS Crossfire. Okay? It's illustrated right here. Then we're going to take and put away our black crayon. We're going to get a red crayon. And we're going to do the positive here in the middle. And we're going to go across all the way over there to the positive input on the TBS Crossfire plug. All right, so here we are. We got 2 out of 3 of these wires already done. All right, so out of the USB cable, there are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 wires. We're only going to use 3. 1, 2, 3. We're omitting the green one because I don't like green. And we're going to use the white wire that goes from the USB cable to the white or PPM input of the TBS Crossfire. Once you have this all done, you can plug this into the head tracking input or the RC input and everything will be fine, work as it should. But I always use the RC input because of reasons. Anyway, for this demonstration, because white doesn't show up well on white paper, we're going to substitute the yellow crayon in for white. And yellow is going to go across the white and all the way over to the TBS Crossfire input plug, and you're done. That's all you have to do, okay? And once you're done with that, it should come out looking something like this, all right? You don't have to make it industrial strength. Nobody's going to hang from it. It's not going to last you 25 years. But this is all you're going to do. After you solder this all up, it's going to work. No magic smoke is going to come out, and you will be able to use your TBS Crossfire light out of the Noble NB4, I believe the NB4 Plus, the Pro, and Pro Plus, as long as you can get the trainer output to go out through the USB on the battery pack at the bottom of the radio. You can transmit it into this here bad boy, okay? And it's going to go in. Hey, stop that. It's just going to go in like this. The clip is up, okay? There we go. It's probably out of focus, but whatever, sue me. And put a battery on there, get your receiver bound, and Bob's your uncle. All right. So we're going to put away our crayons. Love the smell of crayons. You know what also smells good? That white glue we used to use in elementary school. Or the printing machine, or what do they call it? A facsimile machine, the one that was rolling the papers off so you could do your tests. Anyway, after you're done with all this, you're going to be like, well, how am I going to mount this to my radio? And you could be that guy and use some double-sided tape and put it up under here. It works fine. It's still going to sit flat, and it's not going to really bump any buttons because the button is recessed. So that's how I was running it for a while. There are two things. This is, I think it's called the drag race kit that you get from Soar Sky over there in China. And it has a nice frame that it kind of screws on to the base battery of the NB4 or NB4 Plus. That's for sure. I can confirm that. Then it has this little place for the two vape batteries, basically 18650s. And then the FRM 303 actually screws into this. You screw in through the battery base into the back of the FRM 303. You can use this same power system for this TBS Crossfire. However, there are no methods of screwing this onto that plate. You're going to have to use double-sided tape, like the good. You're going to want to use this really good 3M tape, okay? Otherwise, it's going to fall off because it gets warm. Don't use regular double-sided tape. One of the other things I'd like to recommend to you is this here doohickey, okay? So all it is a USB Type-C. It comes out, goes up, and then there's a way to plug in your USB cable up here on the top. So what are you saying that for, Mr. Eddie? Well, if you don't use this when you are programming an FRM 303 or your TBS Crossfire, you can use a USB connector on top. It's in like 25 milliwatt mode, and program it, link it up, and bind your receivers and all that stuff. Or you can plug it all in, and then when you're there on your lap or your table, this cable you have to order, hopefully from somebody in the United States, but it's probably going to come from Soar Sky in China, and it takes forever. It took me like 5 weeks to get this thing from China. Anyway, if you use this instead of the USB plugging directly into the battery and breaking the wires off, you will break the wires if you don't do this. You have a better situation so that you don't break these delicate little wires, okay? So right now I've been running this FRM 303, and it does the same thing as the TBS Crossfire. In my opinion, though, because there's no screen on here. Are you hearing me, Fly Sky? Excuse me. It's kind of a pain, okay? Because it doesn't tell you, well, it does tell you. It tells you via the lights that are blinking. But if you're not familiar with this FRM 303, you don't know if the signal is actually making it from the radio through the handset, through the battery, out of the USB and into the bottom. You don't know if you have a broken wire. It's kind of a pain not having a screen. I mean, if it makes the cost another $30, we're gonna pay for it. Just put the freaking screen on there, dude. That's it. Okay, this USB cable that you see here, this comes with the FRM 303. You do not have to make this one. I do see only 2 conductors. So I don't know what's up with that because we're not sending power through this. So it's probably a positive and negative. Let's see. I have a piece of paper with all their stuff written on it. Hey, piece of paper. The FRM 303 has a PPM input, a head tracker transmit, a positive, a ground, and an S-bus port, as it says on a piece of paper. Maybe that explains the simplicity. But I don't know. I'm not taking it apart and then waiting another 5 weeks for a stupid wire to come from China, and then it probably gets lost. So both of these devices Okay, the Crossfire and the FRM 303 are pretty much the same thing, but not really. They're not actually the same identical thing. This one is 900 megahertz. This one is 2.4. And the benefit of this, okay, because it is 900 is longer wavelengths, okay, so you get better penetration. And isn't life all about penetration? So I have better luck with this, but neither of these have dropped out on me in any of the situations with my RC cars, okay? I'm not the guy flying 20 kilometers with a drone. I'm just going through the woods and around buildings, okay? And neither of these have dropped out. That's all I really have to say. If you have any questions about the pinout or anything, just leave me a comment below. All right? Thanks for stopping by. It wasn't 23 minutes either. Later.